Hello and welcome to the Mortal Coil Week 10 build review. My name is John. I'm the lead designer for the project. Starting on the desktop to show off a couple of little additions that we have here. We actually have an icon for the game now, so it's a tiny little thing, but it's right there. And when we actually click on it, we'll bring up a splash screen real quick before it actually gets into the game. Once this game actually starts up, you can see our other new addition. So we have this button down here that'll switch between Templar or Vampire. And the reason for that is if you actually switch between the two, you can play as one faction or the other. So now you're not just tied down to playing as the Vampire units, you can also play as the Templars as well. You'll start on a different side of the field, and you'll have access to different units. We're actually going to go in as the Vampires real quick. The CPU has their own preset layout, so once we start the game, you'll notice the Templar units down here on the field like they're supposed to be. And there's actually no Vampire units on the field. And we'll get into that in just a little bit, but first we're just going to kind of surf around a little bit. These are some of the walls that have been created using the new art production pipeline. You can see all the little cracks and chips that have been added over the course of time, and they really just look beautiful. And over here, we actually have our ghoul. He has all kinds of cuts and scars over here, as well as bones sticking out his side. So we just wanted to show off some of the progress that have been made on our ghoul, and hopefully we'll be able to get him rigged and animated here in the near future. But as I was saying before, we don't have any Vampire units down here on the field. So if we actually click, we have our UI up here. So we have Megalo selected. I can switch between any, I added a unit to the field, but whatever. There we go. We have a Strix added to the field now. If I want a Megalo, I can just add him as well. And we can add any unit we want in any position. So we're just going to pop down a few of the cheaper units. And we're going to use a debug tool to kind of get through this fight pretty quickly. You'll notice that there are no actual movement squares on the board, and that's because we've changed it so you have to actually hit the move button before it actually displays anything. So we'll just come over here, kill this guy. And there is a little bit of a visual bug at the moment, so once somebody dies for some reason, it's displaying their maximum attack range. It's nothing that's really affecting gameplay at the moment. It's just something that we're going to need to get cleaned up here in the near future. So if we dispatch this last guy, we do have our victory screen pop up. And now, rather than taking us back to the main menu, we'll hit continue, and it will actually take us on to our graveyard level. This was the level that was created by our online student. He didn't quite get in on time, so we didn't show off in the last 5 weeks, but we figured we'd show it off now. As you can see, there are a few minor issues with it. You can see the edges of the map, for instance. But it still has the same dynamic here, so we can pop down a Vampire unit. We don't have to use the entire score if you don't want to, although that's entirely up to you. Maybe you're just looking for a challenge, whatever you like, really. We can just begin the match, and we'll use our debug tool again here, and wipe him out. But that's the end of our game. I hope to see you in the next 5 weeks, and I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Alright, have a good day.